Humanity! Manatees. Humanity! Oh my gosh. Humanity! Let's get them. Humanity! Let's go! Humanity! I'm sorry, we're going back to legal mindset. I think I'm good for AFK content too. Okay. I'm like 80% sure I'm okay AFK content, you know? Okay, good. Okay, good. Besides, you got Dark Souls. I wasn't a liar.
Trouble that Mr. Piker may be in regarding California, especially.
I'm so glad someone else is calling him Mr. Piker nearly exclusively. I'm here for this. I've been calling them Mr. Piker, Mr. Klein, Mrs. Klein. I don't remember off of Denham's court documents the fuck to address Denham's by. How are all the people have mispronounced her name a lot? I understand not knowing how to like say mine. I'm just like a rando. I'm pretty sure you can find anyone in her orbit like pronouncing her name at this point though. So I only have confuzzledness as to why we don't do that appropriately.
Legal trouble that Mr. Piker may be in regarding California, especially at.
Like there's people that have been saying, and it's fine, but it's like they're reading it only, and we're getting Denham singular, Dismans or something else like adjacent. And this is fine. These are like reasonable things to do, especially if like you have traversed many linguas at a time. Like this totally makes sense. However,
as some individuals look to come against him. So first of all, we're going to start by reviewing the defamation itself, and this does come in the form.
See, like the part that I think might be getting lost in a lot of our today's context is the defamation as well as the copyright are against, like there's crossover in the parties and correlation between them. So like this, like I do believe pointing that it's malicious might be a factor in one of these cases. I'm not sure, but I'm just very curious if like being able to discern that something is malicious, and I'm wondering which one hits first in that case or how they will be balanced out given. It's in one of the places where malicious intent matters in many things, from carrying a sword to making your own pyrotechnics to holding lockpicks. That's one of those places where malicious intent does come into play in the written law quite a lot. And so I'm genuinely quite curious as to how this will go. Because I have no idea what judges are doing. I don't know. I just like reading when people make things that have to go through them because they make them get formatted nice, and I like the formatting. It's pretty. Also, I never knew that the brackets meant like, you fill in the blanks, dingus, or go look it up yourself. We made it look good. Until like we got there in our life, you know?
Of a video which I have right here for you guys. And this is
Humanity.
Hassan kind of responding to his chat and talking about me and why he's not going to review my videos. And I just want to start out by saying I love the fact that you're going to see immediately how he jumps to ad hominem, because ad hominem or personal attacks, when used as a debate strategy or when used to
well, debate's supposed to convince the audience, not necessarily the person you're speaking to. The difference there would be a fucking conversation, and just growing with someone is different. And so if the goal is to paint something for the fucking audience, it being a debate, the goal is to do something for the audience. This is why I say that debate and drag are two forms of pageantry that are easy to point at. And all I'm saying is I don't have time for optics and I don't have time for pageantry. So respects to all you motherfuckers that like drag and debate, but y'all fucking pageantry addled motherfuckers have some shit that I can't do going on, and I respect it and all, but I don't understand shit about how people do shit about effort. It's not that I don't want to put effort into anything, it's that I'm a writhing bitch.
rebuke someone actually represent a concession. That actually means you are incapable of making a legal argument or an objective argument or an informed argument or in any sort of educational argument. You're simply trying to discredit someone personally to get around the fact you lack the capacity.
Yeah, I usually only have to sit on being a shithead. Like, not to, like, placate to a group, but usually when I'm, like, frustrated at the face of what I find to be obstinance. Am I misspeaking? Hold on.
To actually argue. And so I actually don't take offense to that. I'm very used to it, having been on the internet for years.
Yeah, no, definitely obstinance when they're being just inherently difficult or, you know, an adherence to something, but I guess in a very troglodytic way where it's refusing to go with, like, information that is, like, verifiable and new as opposed to some old hat bullshit. Like, that's the only time I have to sit on being a complete and utter shithead with heated blood and the desire to call someone horrible things. And I don't do it. I just sit on it. I know when it happens, and oftentimes I just make space and go away from the situation. Or in the case of FD Signifier and my current amount of stop evoking racialism and colorism in your analyses, it upsets me and it's inappropriate and we're never going to escape it unless you stop it. I mean, I'm going to be learning something from him about something I'm interested in as a means of, like, forcing myself to better, like, accept that people are people and they're complex and maybe he can give me the thing that I love most. Because then I can't be full of fucking spite. Clearly. I love learning, and I love free learning. I really like free learning. Like, OpenCourseWare and edX.org are, like, my two favorite innovations of the whole fucking millennia. I guess fusion reaction and, like, observing habits in cephalopod and siphonophore as well, but that's different. Neither here nor there, so.
Now,
that's, like, more of observational shit anyway, so go fuck yourself, bitch.
So we'll get into this video and the thoughts by Mr. Piker.
Dude, there's something so funny about people being like, dog, have you seen the legal mindset video about you? Dude, if I were to cover every Rumble lawyer, fake lawyer.
He's not a fake lawyer. Hassan does do this, though. This is how he goes against people. It's unfortunately, I've been pointing this out for a bit now. I unfortunately, one day, in a very silly moment, made a note that I can go back to. And it is very cringy looking for someone that doesn't really engage with Destiny's contents to make this assessment. But it does seem, from what I've caught from, like, artifacts, that this man, Mr. Piker, is kind of emulating when Mr. Bonnell was trying to be very confrontational and aggressive in an attempt to do audience capture through calling people sex criminals and just not justifying it to drum up support from both the aware and the uninitiated. Because it's easy to hate someone for certain things. And, like, right? So it seems very, like, of that. And I'm unaware of how, like, even that man realized that he has to stop being a shithead sometimes. Like, that may not translate into things he hasn't been called on yet, but that one's been, like, a long done one, you know? Anywho's, so it gave me that vibe, and it very much seems to hinge on being galvanizing, on the observance of, like, what is it? Hold on. Hold on. Wrong think and same speak. I did actually defer to, like, the analyses of cults when I went to that fucking wording. Yes, I did. I think I pretty much summarized that. Anywho's, there we go. It's giving of that. It seems to be a similar tactic that one ought to know is inappropriate, effective but inappropriate, and it's being used effectively even though it's inappropriate. It's like my little, I don't really know all these motherfuckers, I'm kind of new here. I showed up a year after Creepshow art drama, I think, to, like, pick up the scraps of it, and then became Drama Slop.
that it actually is.
So let's stop right there. Okay, so Rumble Lawyer is very interesting, and I think he may mention Rumble again. While I do have, I guess, still a Rumble account, I haven't uploaded it to years. I don't stream on Rumble. I only stream on YouTube, primarily as a major platform. I've tried the others.
As someone who likes multi-streaming, I highly recommend it. Just don't put branding in your thing on the top. Like, see how, like, I'll have chat. It doesn't say what platform it's from, and I have to remember to have Social Stream Ninja running and attached to one of them appropriately. The rest of them just do per broadcast, but only one of them requires me to, like, have the correct chat selected. Ooh, Twitch is allowing people to upload 1440 now. So that's really nice. Twitch just enabled, like, Twitch, if you just do it, I got the invite too, because I was able to upload 1440 to Twitch from the start, but then I got the invite and they just kept letting me do it. It went down one day, and YouTube for a moment yesterday, I think because the stream was long, started doing 1080, but I'll check up on stuff.
Don't like them. Rumble, just as a comment, initially offered a very good package contractually to stream on their platform.
Because, like, I know after it, when I was editing the VOD, it was like 1080, and I'm like, why is my gameplay 1080? I was streaming in 1440, and it's like, oh, no. Okay. I need to also enable 1440 on Twitch again.
Good advertising packages. That fell off way back towards the COVID days. So yeah.
Like, I think that at the moment, because Twitch has 1440, they're kind of kick in the nuts.
That's kind of a weird thing. Now, fake lawyers.
Just supporting it is good. Allowing higher bit rates, outstanding. I think I had to enter the demo for higher bitrate limits on Twitch. I think that's what it was. You see how I just engaged that and I didn't, like, direct people to other platforms, but I just spoke about them abstractly and, like, talked about the VOD storage, not the streaming on other platforms? Okay, cool beans. That's how you fucking negotiate around Twitch's current rules, by the way. So you fucking know. Little PSA from a dumb bitch. You're welcome.
Is interesting, and I want to throw out here that that's possibly the most defamatory thing. Now, I want to give Mr. Piker some credit here because perhaps he knows nothing about package contractually to stream on their platform, good advertising packages. That fell off way back towards the COVID days. So yeah, that's kind of a weird thing. Now, fake lawyer is interesting, and I want to throw out here that that's possibly the most defamatory thing. Now, I want to give Mr. Piker some credit here because perhaps he knows nothing about me or knows nothing about the law. Well, clearly he knows nothing about the law or what words mean. Lawyer is anybody with...
Yeah, he calls people crypto-fascists and pedophiles when he doesn't like them, not because of actions they've taken. Yeah. That's what he does. It's inappropriate. We know.
With a law degree, whether or not...
Hey there. How are you doing? Oh, Mr. Piker has been defaming a lot of people, and he's now going at Legal Mindset, who's been, like, kind of a chill guy. So, you know. I'm having a giggle, a cackle, and a guffaw. So at the moment, Mr. Piker, the other day, the reason he's responding to this with what Legal Mindset states is defamation is Mr. Piker was upset about something someone said on the internet. Then while he's streaming, he stands up, gets a gun, and starts to say that how he will just, like, he starts to threaten a man on stream with a gun by name, showing his real fucking life name. Not really. It turns out that he got the wrong person, so the wrong person got harassed. And his profile, like, threatening threatening him with a gun, you know? So that's wild. And Legal Mindset reacted to that. And now Mr. Piker is defaming Mr. Legal Mindset, whose name I'm spacing on right now because I'm a piece of shit. 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 I don't remember. It probably was right in front of me and someone saw it that isn't me. I'm the incompetent one. That's fine. I was quickly scanning for proper nouns. I probably missed it again. I could probably go here and easily abreast myself. I remember his name is Andrew, but I forgot his surname. Andrew Esquire. Okay, I'm a fucking goofball. Okay, Mr. I don't know how to do words. We're fucked. Is this Mr. Esquire? I'm gonna go with Andrew because every Andrew I've known has been a lovely person. Guy seems like a chill guy. Anywho's, So Andrew is being defamed by Mr. Piker, says Andrew, because Andrew is a lawyer. Streams on YouTube is a lawyer, and Mr. Piker is saying that he's a fake lawyer. And so Andrew's raising that Mr. Piker is in California and is defaming him. Andrew's currently in East Asia, helping YouTubers and other travel vloggers who want to travel appropriately through Asia. He's helping them get their papers and shit together. That's why he was particularly vocal with the whole Johnny Somali stuff, is that that's the, like, he usually helps traveling streamers and content creators of the world abound. Johnny Somali used to be a travel vlogger before he picked up nuisance streaming. So Andrew's like given his take on that widely and kind of grown a lot as a result of it. But people might conflate it with him just covering like drama. But in truth, he's a person who worked in that field, who helped streamers in that field, who was really trying to stand up at a time when another option might have been just like stopping streamers from entering borders. It's now more difficult, which I think is reasonable and an understandable concession, but you know. And so Mr. Piker is now coming at Andrew over saying he's not a real lawyer, and that's about to where we are. Mr. Piker is doing all this because Andrew's been giving coverage on Mr. Piker's associates, and Andrew's been pointing out when they might be violating the law or doing things that are unsafe or unadvisable from his perspective, generally. They've been going out of their way to like support people sending human skulls and CPS to another man's house, Mr. Klein. It's the whole thingy. There's a tab for this. We have the EHDDL Megadrama tab. It's right here.
Why don't we watch You for Politics? I'm watching that. I'm like, how did a Republican beat Cuomo?
We're getting context over the ages, and we're kind of just like chilling today. I need to like evoke a lot of tabs after reopening a browser recently. Hold on, this is a monster. It all goes back 80 years to a little place called Palestine. You might have heard of it. It's been in the news a time or two. I heard they have a snow cone place there. Oh, sorry, that's the KFC in Yemen. My apologies.
Hey, Ela, I was thinking about making a video again. What do you think? You in the mood for that?
I don't really have time anymore for that stuff.
Really?
I'm a CEO now. I got a company.
Come on, let's go make a video.
Ethan, you're nothing to me. You're just that podcast guy. Have you looked in the mirror lately? You look like a little bitch. I'm the CEO of a huge clothing company. What have you done? Why don't you go make a podcast? Can you actually get out of my office? Like,
Thought we were a team.
Look at that smile. This is acting done by a couple that loves each other so much. They can't even fake hate. This is so beautiful. The love radiating from their fucking eyes as they say horrible shit to each other is so fucking amazing.
we were a team.
Okay, I guess I'll just have to go review this talking AI vape by myself, Ela.
AI vape?
Yeah, it's a talking AI vape.
Why didn't you say that?
Well, you didn't give me a chance. I mean, Christ, come on, let's go make a video.
Like, the drama involves Tofiachu, performative activism, Dark Souls, lawyers in East Asia, California, Zionism on Twitch, like terms of service, congressional hearings. It's deep. Like court cases, defamation, slander, skulls. And my bitch ass on the periphery just looking at this shit like, holy fuck. Can we all, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. That is the only thing there is just too little of.
They're licensed and practice law. So anybody who's gone to law school is indeed a lawyer. Now, attorney is someone above lawyer. You could say that word is perhaps not interchangeable, but similarly related insofar as
you have to be a practitioner of the ghost busting arts to qualify to be a ghost buster. So a practitioner of the ghost busting arts may just ghost bust in their own home, but a ghost buster may be contracted to come out to your home or the home of another to bust ghosts. There is a licensehood and ship for qualified professionals to pursue a vocation in a skill which should be highly regulated, right? So you could learn the ghost busting arts in your home, but you may not become a practitioner of ghost busting also known as a ghostbuster, without qualifying appropriately through the appropriate licensing body, else you might face heavy execution.
As they are not only a lawyer, not only do they have a law degree, but an attorney has to be licensed to practice in their state. I'm licensed to practice in the state of Florida. So I am both a lawyer and an attorney.
My apologies. Well, maybe, I don't remember if this person's mentioned California, but they mentioned Florida, so I'm on the other side of the nation so far from where I thought they even
About
did
that.
stuff.
So thinking about that logically, as a little bit of education, all attorneys are
Florida man. Florida man. This man is a Florida man with moist critical. Moisty Boy and this man are Florida men together. That's fucking wild. Holy shit, that's wild.
lawyers, but not all lawyers are attorneys. So there you go, Mr. Piker. That's a language. So that statement is indeed false, right? That I am a quote unquote fake lawyer because I indeed possess a law degree from the University of Florida. So that statement in the future would be defamatory. And with Mr. Piker, we do have to remember,
He's not going to watch this.
and with myself and other figures, is that we are all public figures. So we follow the New York Times versus Sullivan standard. We have a higher standard for defamation than the normal private individual. So now that that's been clarified publicly for Mr. Piker, and that he will well know that that information is
Oh, this will be clipped for him.
false and defamatory, to continue to do so would perhaps incur liability on the part of Mr. Piker. But let's continue to see what he has to say about me.
Is this whole thing recorded from like Google Meets? Also, that would be super cool. Don't they do built-in recording anyway? Is this just like Legal Mindset absolutely stomping every OBS streamer with Google tools? That is horrifying.
This is fun.
Like a fucking right-wing freak that spends most of their time talking about like trans people.
So that's very interesting. So I will say this. Most of my time talking about trans people, the issues I have been covering lately have been the Ethan Klein lawsuit, have been Johnny Somali, have been Vitali. Now, unless
Yeah, I've kept up with this man's content. I don't think that strikes true.
you are counting something with Somali or Vitali as a trans issue, which I would struggle to understand.
I think it's because you made that one joke that I was laughing at when I was in your chat, when you said that fucking Hank and Johnny might be in a relationship of a less than straight variety. That's not how you precisely phrased it. But, you know, you said they were probably fucking and cuddling and shit and spooning, and I was like, lol. Why is it funny that they're doing that, bro? But it's funny. I think it's funny because the homies should hug the homies. Why is funny for you?
And how that would fit in, then yeah, that's not
I do think the homies should cuddle the homies more.
at all what my content has been about for the past years. So very interesting thing. Also, I keep politics out of my streams, and it's particularly
True. Can confirm. Quite neutral.
over the last year.
Unless I've missed something, I've like been around for a lot of it because this man's content is like, even his streams aren't that long. Like I stream for a while. This man's streams are like generally 1 to 3 hours. Like I can even catch the VOD. It's like really cozy. Like it's always point to point to point, well structured, very much accurate. Sorry, very much like a very, not that, I don't mean to say accurate, I mean to say very taciturn or very piecemeal. I guess one of the two. It's fed to you in an appropriate and planned and mannered and measured way, and the thing's done. And then boom, there's like jokes at the front, there's that, and there's jokes at the end with the donos and the goodbyes, and it's done. In and out, one and done. GG. Man's got work to do.
6 months, definitely last 6 months and a year, I have endeavored to keep my streams as objective and educational and make it a environment where everybody is welcome. Even people
I've come and talk about like fucking food health because of a Johnny Somali cabbage joke before. Yeah.
who like Hassan Piker are welcome.
I got to ask about hobbies. He likes reading currently, or did at the time. I've been reading a lot of technical documentation, so I've been recommended a fiction book that I want to pick up. I keep forgetting its name and I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to be. Like it's on my I know what I'm reading next like slurp list, and it's what the people demand. It's what I need. It's everything. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. You don't have to be around for it.
In my chat, so long as
When?
they are civil, so long as they keep the conversation from violating the terms of service of the platform, because
I have to restart my fucking bot for dealing with the platforms. I think it's going to be terms of service per platform. Like I'm going to structure the data the same, where like I effectively store things that are per platform TOS issues, and I start accruing the weight with them. But I'm gonna I'm gonna rebalance it all from just I'm gonna start with the weights for those, and then build it out a lot more efficiently this time.
I indeed do care about
now that I know, just going straight to if I spin up and pre-train the local instance of AI really quickly, it is so good. Like, because I can show it what I want and what it should give with a few curated examples, and it can do its best, and it's like so nice.
By the terms of service of the platform. That is, you are welcome in my chat, whether you're right, left, center, whether you're apolitical, whether you don't care about politics, it doesn't matter.
I'm none of these. I care about policy. I'm not anything. I'm just not a partisan person, and I care about policy, and I care about others.
At all to me. I care about the law and
I deeply care about policy because this is how the law is sometimes informed and implemented and like pressed upon us. Yeah, I'm just a bitch like that.
Educating people on the law. That's the core of my channel.
I just find it weird that most of my countrymen don't know about split ballot, because like oftentimes you'll find that like depending on what job someone's applying for and how their voting history might be, they might like be the fucking one to be, but it might not feel like that if you're prejudiced.
So let's continue.
I would lose my mind. I would have no time to cover anything else. I get it. A lot of you are drama perverts, okay? And you nut.
Like, I've had read people that are like more in voting history supportive of like reproductive issues than otherwise before, you know? Like, I've had them like actually maintain people's reproductive rights. It depends on who they are, what they're fucking applying for. You know, you've got to be up their ass.
When you think about the prospect of...
And I've had fucking like blue folks not care about the roads, but rather care about crime reduction, you know? Like you can look at what they fucking do in the past if you really want to, and do it locally if you want to see the goddamn changes. So it's like every 2 years, not every 4. Easy.
Drama.
I am not a drama pervert. I'm drama slop, you fucking egregious bitch. Like, okay, I'll take your assessment and I'll roll with it.
No,
I'll let you and Hassan pop off. How's that?
At all to me, I care about the law and educating people on the law. That's the core of my channel. So let's continue.
I would lose my...
I just shit on like horrible policy fucking actors and shit policy around the board when it exists.
My mind. I would have no time to cover anything else. I get it. A lot of you are drama perverts, okay? And you nut when you think about the prospect of drama. But I'm not...
I will say, I actually do not like drama. And in fact, on my channel, I try to avoid drama. In fact, even in carrying out my behaviors, I try to make sure that I am focusing more on the legal...
Well, I look at drama a lot.
Aspects of things rather than the dramatic elements, the interpersonal problems, the stuff that people did. I try to focus on the legal elements of a story. Now, sometimes to get to the legal element...
Mindfulness and kindness. While I look at the drama thing. I'm sorry to mention this, but I noticed the hand over here, and like me in a moment of like, I'm a streamer, what is going on my screen? Oh gosh. I was like, does he have a dildo on the wall? And it's like, no, I paused on a hand.
You have to give background, you have to give context, because things don't...
It would have been a funny prop to have like, you know, at his, like, if it can sit on your forehead, that makes you a unicorn, and that would be a funny prop, but it's like, that wouldn't be very appropriate.
Makes sense.
Totes and appropriate, my dude.
In context, without context.
Totes and appropriate. But it was a hand. I'm just, as a streamer, I'm ever vigilant of what the fuck is on the screen.
However, yes, I would agree with Hassan that I don't like drama, but what Hassan tends to define as drama, and what it appears he's defining as drama, is anything that disagrees with the things he's...
Oh no, don't criticize Mr. Piker. He likes calling people pedophiles when they disagree with him, because he takes critique as a personal attack, and then he starts personally attacking people with words that he ought not to use in his assessments by outright calling people pedophiles based on nothing other than his dislike of them and the presence of their critique. Please don't give him critique. He will start just calling you that. He'll start with debate pedophile, and then he'll just outright call you one. He'll accuse you of being a rapist. Like, he legitimately will do that to people. Don't criticize him. He takes criticism as an attack on his sense of self. Don't do that. That's a trap. They're playing litigious. What's the word? Well, I guess they're doing a very litigious Queen's Gambit. That's cool.
Doing. So by somebody saying what you are doing is objectively risking lawsuits, it's objectively wrong, or for example, saying that, hey, your orbiters, Denims and Frogan, they're going to lose under copyright infringement. Here's the explanation of the law. Apparently, that's drama to objectively educate people on the law. That's a new definition of drama to me. And
I think they're both trying to like traverse the two pawns across the board. I think they're both trying to traverse two pawns across the board very quickly. And I don't think two people are going to traverse two pawns very quickly and efficaciously across the board. You get me? That's how I see this right now. And I don't want to say it's like, it's like I don't think this.
I don't know what you guys think, chat.
Going to pay any mind or any attention to some fucking psychotic.
I mean, it would be nice if he could actually disassociate criticism from an attack on himself. I think that's the hardest thing that I can't see, is a streamer in his position who benefits from drama, who directly benefits from framing people as provocateurs, who financially benefits from calling people pedophiles and rapists without reason, just to be salty and get his 30,000 viewers riled up about it, who then go propagate this amidst a larger community that even don't directly associate with him. Like, I think that I don't think babies do that. I feel like babies are actually just sweet and just cry when they want shit. And all you have to do is like not be a shithead to them and feed them. This is an adult who knows what they're doing and is actively trying to be antagonistic for money. To the point of calling people pedophiles and rapists and ruining lives because he doesn't know how to separate critique from an attack on himself. Like, it's not drama, it's actually dangerous. Again, to steal that from Swoop, it's not drama, it's dangerous. And he benefits from it financially when he stokes the fires and tries to get people hurt through his fucking inflammatory words and being outright defamatory of people. If I'm remembering how to utilize that appropriately, and I'm probably not because I am a dumb bitch.
That's really interesting. Once again, he repeats the defamation, saying I'm not a real lawyer, which is indeed wrong. And it's interesting, and MAGA, of course, don't bring up politics. That I've never talked about that at all recently at all.
Yeah. Like, I've been critical of fucking racialist groups that are in support and opposed to support of me. I've been critical of fucking, like, left and right policy, central policy, if you want to call it that. I've been critical of policy because I don't give a fuck about the alignments. I'm not playing D&D. People are generally quite complex. And I'm just critical of the world around me so I can engage with it seriously and earnestly. I usually gravitate towards things that do that because I can't deal with the rest. It really upsets me. Yeah, I legitimately stand by my assessment that it does appear to be, like, I gave it earlier, where it seems that what Hassan's doing now is like replicating the same shit that Destiny did a few years ago that he had to roll back because it was getting fucking horrible, dangerous, and defamatory, which is when people are accused of wrongthing, he starts levying accusations of them being sex criminals at them and calling them pedophiles and rapists. And then people who are doing, same thing, or people invoking same speak are allowed to get away without criticism of their actions. Those who stand up are immediately sat down or belayed for their actions. I feel like that's what he's doing. And Destiny, from what I can tell from not watching the man's content, but rather just looking at the artifacts of it, am able to discern from, it feels like, because remember, Destiny and Hassan used to hang out in the same group. Hassan wanted to be big like Destiny when he gave up traditional media and came to Twitch. Like, they used to associate directly. So, Like, it's no wonder that this man is taking the other man's most aggressive tactic for rapid growth and consistent content mill. He is now framing people as sex criminals by calling them rapists and pedophiles to defame them to his audience as a way to drum up support against them and obliterate conversation, restrict their ability to hold an argument or to engage the people that they are being defamed against or defamed in front of. If I'm using that word correctly still, which I might not be, but we'll figure out one day. It's very dangerous, and he knows this if he's emulating that behavior because he's seen the outcome of it. He just likely also knows that you can push it really far before someone tries to buck back like this, and any legal repercussion will only amplify you more. No more than the superficial bans on Twitch for a day. It doesn't actually stop it. They happen on a Sunday, he gets more viewers on Monday, he makes more money. It's either through direct action or just misaction by the platform and not restricting him and actually banning him for directly violating terms of service and outright trying to threaten people on camera, defame people, consistently accuse people of sex crimes, and letting him get away with this. Like, they've enabled this to where they even financially benefit. Like, yes, like Twitch may make a loss for Amazon, but that loss is still supplanted and being subsidized explicitly by Mr. Piker being able to accuse people of being sex criminals. He makes less money on ads now because not as many ad providers wants to be on politics shit, but he still makes a lot of money by volume, and Twitch still capitulates with him because he's still one of the larger folks that can get away with that. And like, I feel like even not politics, but probably it for the memes, Asman has to fucking label himself that just because he looks at Mr. Trump talking sometimes. And look at how Mr. Piker has stood him up as opposition and made a big oppositional target out of Mr. Rar purely because he wants an infinite content mill. Like, really, just look at it. Mr. Piker is single-handedly able to levy his opinion to entirely obliterate observing people's perspectives to a whole group of over 30,000 people on a platform, which extends to Twitter and everything else in a whole fucking subset of subculture because he's an asshole who has no pushback for accusing people of sex crimes, reducing their arguments to nothing, and misinforming people. It's not drama, it's dangerous. We're watching something really dangerous, actually.
But beyond that...
Again, I'm just going to keep copying that from Swoop, because it is not drama, it is dangerous, but I am drama slop. I will own that, because I do be watching some drama some days. It's just that this may not be that.
Passport bro is interesting because the definition of a passport bro is typically someone that would visit a location for a short period purely for sexual purposes. And for anybody who knows anything about me, I'm a long-term resident of several countries in Asia. I've been a resident of the Republic of South Korea, the Kingdom of Thailand, the Philippines, and Japan. These are all wonderful, amazing countries, and I do...
One of my friends gets to go back home one day, and I desperately want to go when they go, because like I get to be family to my friends and my friends' family, and I love them because they're awesome, and I get to hang out with quails, and I want to hang out with quails. I really want to hang out with quails. So if I ever get to hang out with quails, I'll be taking a break from stream, sorry. I'll record videos of me hanging out with quails, and we'll talk about it when I get back, and we'll make VODs about it. It'll be great.
Help people obtain legal visas and legal residence long-term in these countries because they appreciate the culture, the lifestyle, the quality of life, the peace, the safety, the tranquility.
Unless I can like get away with like streaming with quails in the backyard at like a reasonable time when there's nothing else to do. Otherwise, it's like, you know, when you just become your friend's family for years and you just want to like make that feel like the family reunion. Okay, cool. It'll be like, otherwise, you know, I'll be busy with something like that.
These are amazing things about living in Asia. And another amazing thing is that unlike America, and this may be surprising to Hassan,
quails are everywhere, but these are quails that are like the family.
Not as easy to get away with being an illegal migrant to.
Besides, I get to spend time with like a friend who I've called my brother for fucking over 10 years. That would be so dope.
These countries. So if you try to illegally migrate to Japan or Korea, very good luck to you, sir, because likely you will end up in the cell next to Johnny Somali, aka Ramzi Khalid Ismail, if you try that in Korea. It's not going to go well for you. So I would insist that perhaps the only person that perhaps between the two of us would be a passport bro is the individual who visited Berlin solely for the purpose.
A brothel. And Tectone said that the brothel employed people who were not of the age, and then also people who were being trafficked against their will and consent. So I've never dug up the underage people's one report, I guess. I'm not sure if that's somewhere that is like sealed for safety, but I assume there'd be a reference to it. I don't know, but I've never been able to substantiate that. In the event it comes up, I'm just immediately getting ahead of that one right now. Like Tectone's content, but I think I'm not sure if that one is something that he could show me or something that he has already, or let's say it's something that, since Mr. Piker accuses the handsome man Tech of, who has very beautiful headphones, he has very cute headphones, I like his headphones, of doing that, of being a sex criminal himself, and says that he's generationally and somewhat and genetically obligated to do that thing. Like, I'm not sure if it's them going tit for tat with calling each other sex criminals in like that way yet, or if it's like a substantial thing that we can like go and look at. And I have been trying to find it. I found the brothel. I found why it was closed. I found the reports of them not paying taxes to the government and how they did employ people who weren't from the nation and without paying taxes, or like getting them to be citizens and paying them appropriately. I got that part. What I don't fucking have, and I still need to go deeper with that, by the way, what I've never found an illusion of is the other part yet.
Of going
Not even a scratch outside of Tech saying it, you know, and that might just be my incompetence, which it probably is because I am incompetent, you know.
Brothel, but that's neither here nor there. Let's continue.
That's just because I breathe air.
Who offers fucking courses on becoming a passport bro, who primarily fucking streams on Rumble.
Neither one of those things are true. I do not have a single course on becoming a passport bro, and I do not primarily stream on Rumble. I only stream on YouTube. So, yeah, there we go.
Why do you guys come in here and ask for this stuff? It's never going to happen.
And that's the great point. I'm going to leave it right there. It's never going to happen because Hassan lacks the capacity to actually address real issues and to actually
engage with the fucking arguments of anyone outside of deferring to ad hominems, especially those in which he accuses people of sex crimes. Hassan, to 30,000 people, calls people sex criminals on the fucking regular, on a platform that I stream on, reducing the take for streamers to a point where it is unrecognizable to that of yesterday. He is currently streaming to 29.9 thousand people right now online, and that's the kind of behavior that Mr. Chair is giving us. Yo, let's get it for Mr. Chair. AFK react, AFK react, AFK react, AFK react. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Go to Ricky's Hot Sauce code bankrupt to celebrate Billy Mitchell getting over the defamation lawsuit in Australia, as he was being defamed. Yo, there we go, Mr. Piker's back. Let's go. Does his view count go up? Because I wonder if maybe he's like, does it go down? Does it go up? Does it change? Does it stay the same? What happens? 314. 4 people came back. Okay. 314. Okay, I don't understand the allegations of it. Maybe this is why. Because the view count didn't change. We'll come back in like 10 minutes. We'll see if it changes soon.
Respond to legal or objective arguments because he's incapable of doing that. Not only because he's not a lawyer, even a non-lawyer can make an argument, can make a policy position, can say this should be this way for XYZ, but because he needs to discredit others by ad hominem in order to.
I miss when he did more roleplay. I actually do like his roleplay content quite a lot. Like, I don't think that any of the people engaging these current arguments have seen his roleplay content, and I highly recommend they do. It's actually golden. Like, legitimately, they need to. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, him and XQC roleplaying is actually adorable, and if you need a way to, like, relate to, like, just get along with a person enough to engage them without, like, with maybe purifying your heart a bit, the roleplay content's gonna do it.
try to win an
100%.
intellectual argument. And frankly, that's at the
100%.
lowest level of argumentation. But one thing he really can't argue with is the law. And in fact, there's a California law, which was pointed out by a California lawyer friend of mine, where that shows that he may have violated this statute, 653.2. involving electronic cyber harassment. So this is the statute which reads every person who with the intent to place another in reasonable fear of his safety. So if you have the
Well, this man, but also the man he raised a gun to?
intention to scare somebody else, to place them in fear of their safety or the safety of that person.
Because Mr. Piker raised a gun to someone else just the other day. Like, Twitch hasn't acted. Dan Can't Stream did a lot to, like, get observability on this. So respects to him for actually caring about trust and safety more than Twitch, the platform that laid off 25% of their fucking staff to make more money for the stockholder, which in that was largely trust and safety. I would think it was 300 people, went from 90 to 300, and it got fucking slashed. The people that kept people safe on the platforms, they're gone. We need entry-level people. We need new people. We need people who are getting their first fucking job. It's horrible work. You need fucking hazard pay. You have to deal with CSAM reports. You need to make extra money. You need to be protected. You need supported hours. You need time for your mental fucking health. The company needs to eat the fucking expense and do it for the consumer. Like, they need to. That's my policy fucking call. I think policy should push this. Mitt Romney, get on it. Mitt, I love your pedantic ass. You and AOC go be pedantic bitches together and go fix this. People are doing egregious things on the internet. And this is like, this one-ups decency laws. Trust me.
Family.
Indecency laws. Unfortunately. As much as I'm here for indecency laws, I think that, like, you know, I think that family vloggers should be hit by those desperately.
By means of an electronic communication
I think the indecency laws I want are the ones stopping family vlogging.
device, a computer, or a cell phone.
They're selling their kids out to the creeps on the internet, the sex criminals that Mr. Piker decrees. Oh, it's gone up substantially since he got back by, what is it, like 170 or so? So I would like to say that we can now prove that the allegations of his stream losing engagement when he goes AFK or not because he leaves content running, I don't know. It's like, yes, clearly there's more and less people, but that also could just be that it's later. Like, streams get more people as time goes on. So, I don't know. You make it make sense. You make it make sense. I don't know. It's been on for it's probably just people petering in. It's only been on for an hour, so I'd wager that one. Besides, he was AFK, and that would support the people saying that he does that so people don't leave. So, fight me. How do we end this? Oh, it legitimately was me going up. Oh my gosh, this was like so scuffed. I hadn't played in so long. After 3 years. So bad. So terrible.
And without the consent of the other
Oops.
in fear of their safety or the safety of that person's family by means of an electronic communication device, a computer, or a cell phone, and without the consent of the other person, and for the purpose of imminently causing that other person unwanted physical contact, injury, or harassment by a third party, electronically distributes, publishes, emails, hyperlinks, or makes available for downloading personal identifying information, including but limited to a digital image of that other person.
Oh yeah, how are you doing? I'm taking timestamps. I don't know if I did the ones from yesterday. I think I did, because I've been having fun with them.
Or an electronic message of a harassing nature about that other person, which would be likely to incite or produce that unlawful action. So he put out that.
How are you? How's your day? What are you up to? I found new games to play.
Photo, and he engaged in those actions with the intent to instill fear in that other individual. So that individual could look into contacting California law enforcement, could look into that pertaining to Hassan and take action thereby. Very interesting and something for him to worry about, but of course, only if he addresses the real issues. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll catch you on the next one.